I opened it up and it said some very sweet things, which I will treasure forever, but the main thing it said was, I truly believe you have never really fully dealt with your brutally traumatic childhood with your father. I was a little taken aback. I've always figured that I have dealt with it the best that I can, and I've never really felt it was anyone else's place to kind of comment on that. So, who wrote my letter? Who wrote my letter?
I wrote your letter.
Okay.
I'm sorry that you felt it wasn't my place, but I know that you've always wanted to really help people. And I know that your story could really resonate with a lot of other people in the LGBT community. So I thought the one-man show was a good idea. Did you think that you did a good job?
I'm a little proud of myself because I had so much to do in such a short amount of time.
And you did it.
Yeah, and I did it.
So do you feel accomplished?
It's hard to say if I feel accomplished and say that everything was worth it until I know that my message came through to other people and that my words weren't just pretty words.
We did put it on YouTube.
Oh.
And we got some real comments from people. If you'd like to read one of them to us.
I'll read it aloud. Dear Chad, the last 2 years have been the worst in my life. I am 15 years old and gay and live in a small town in Wisconsin. I get picked on all the time in school. I only have a few friends. But what's really bothering me is my father. I think he hates me. We used to do stuff together, but now he barely talks to me. At the dinner table, he won't even look at me. It's like I'm invisible. Your video makes me hopeful that things will get better. I really believe that your family is the one you make, not necessarily the one you're born into. Thanks again. Those are very beautiful words, actually.
That's real.
That's exactly what I wanted to hear. Now that I know your intentions behind it, I know that you weren't like trying to hurt me or trying to open wounds or something. This is exactly the kind of stuff that you were hoping for.
Yeah.
Which is really nice. To be able to be a voice for someone is beyond heartwarming. Thank you, genuinely, thank you. It was hard, it wasn't easy, but thank you.
Thank you.
Glamour. Hey.
So I'm ready to talk about my letter. There were things in my letter that were not fun to admit. I won't lie.
Let somebody else carry a load for you. That's a foreign thing, isn't it?
Yes. There were definitely some really trying and frustrating times to my leadership course, and so I would like to know who wrote my letter. That you may do several push-ups in rehearsal this week.
Can they be cheater push-ups? Because I wrote your letter.
You can do burpees. It's okay, I'm not mad at you.
I never thought you would be, but as awesome as you are, you do so much. And I guess I thought that maybe you needed a little push.
We look to you for confidence and safety because you are a fearless leader, and we love you to the moon and back.
But you can always
All three of
delegate
them.
things
You can,
to us.
if you ever feel overwhelmed,
Yeah.
you can always say, hey, Chad, can you take on this task?
Because taking care of you is what's most important
Yeah.
to us.
I'm definitely working on some of these things and applying them to my life and sort of how they relate to the troupe and the way I approach some of the things that we go through. And that's probably the biggest thing to take away from this. Thank you.
So that means you wrote my letter.
It was me.
The anxiety you feel when you're going out in public and talking to people breaks my heart. It's keeping you from being the incredible person I know you are. I kind of knew that it was coming, but it was kind of scary because it was like, all right, now you have to face it. Like, this is the real deal. Like, you've had this fear for so long, and now you have to actually go out there and do something about it. So in my letter, I was told to go out to the Venice Beach boardwalk.
What is something no one would know by looking at you?
I'm really into, like, horror movies and crime.
No, I definitely want to be like, oh, she's into crime.
I actually met some really cool people, and people who had really good advice, people who were suffering from social anxiety themselves. And I found that really helpful. Ultimately, the good outweighed the bad of what, ended up happening.
That's cut. As anxious as I was about it, I knew that kind of in the end we would always be able to still be a team, and I think we even came out stronger than before. Putting ourselves out there is scary.
But we all did it.
We all did it, and we definitely went way out of our comfort zones.